Hello and welcome to Setup Phase. In this video we will be doing a playthrough of Kinfire Delve Vainglory's Grotto. I've already set up everything and ready to go. If you do not know how to play or how this was all set up, you can check out my previous video. I've randomly selected Well-Master to go against. I've also shuffled my cards and dealt 8 in a single player game. The only other difference in solo play is that you can boost your own cards with up to 2 other cards. Other than that, everything goes the same no matter the number of players. My life starts at 10. The goal is to go down the entire well deck and at the end defeat Vainglory. I'm going to be playing today with Asha. Her ability is whenever you attempt a challenge with at least 1 progress on it, you may add 1 additional progress to that challenge. Vainglory's ability that is active throughout the entire game is when attempting a challenge, it gains +1 difficulty for every other challenge with the same name in play. So basically, if you have 2 challenges with the same name, they will all get another progress required in order to complete it. Let's see what the challenges are that we will be facing. We have the Great Stag, which says that any other challenge that deals damage to you deals an additional damage. So we will want to get rid of it first. If we complete the challenge, we will delve down 2 cards. And if we fail, we take 1 damage. The Jeweled Spires says that if we complete it, we delve 3 cards down, and then we can charge our lantern, but if we fail, we take a damage. The Tree Fountain says that if failed, suffer +1 damage for every other 3 fountains in play. If completed, triple this reward for every other 3 fountains in play. And the reward is delve 3 cards, the fail is -1 health. And the Orchestra says that when another blue challenge enters play, every seeker discards a card. If we complete it, we delve 3 cards, and if we fail, we take 1 health damage. The Great Stag and the Orchestra all have global effects because the text is in bold, so we'll need to pay attention to it during the game. Let's play first the Mule Kick. With this card, I can go against a red or a blue challenge, and I will be going against the Great Stag. This has 2 progress and another 2 progress if attempting a challenge with no progress on it. So we start with 4 against 6. We will roll the die and we will count out the colors for the 3 dice. So for the 2 reds, we have 2 other progress. And for the 4th die, if it's light, we get 1 progress. If it's darkness, we get nothing. So we have 2 from the card, 2 because we are attempting a challenge with no progress on it, and 2 for the dice. So we completed this challenge. We set it to the completed side, and then we get the rewards, which in this case is delve 2 cards. We discard the used cards. I will put it here. At the end of the turn, we fill up the challenges around the Well-Master in order to have 4. And we have drawn the Deadly Rose. This states if failed, suffer +2 health damage for every other combat in play. So in this case, the Orchestra counts as that. And if we succeed, we delve 5 cards down. If we fail, we take 2 damage. For the next turn, I will be using Scout the Area. This gives 2 progress and we can attempt a blue challenge. This states before this action, you may discard the challenge that you are not attempting. So I will be discarding the Deadly Rose. And I'm not going to boost this card. Yeah, I'm not going to boost it. And we roll the die. We have 2 progress, 1 from the dice, so 3 progress against the 8. Since we have failed the challenge, we add the progress that we have done so far, and then we tick down our health. to 9 in this case. I will also be using the survivor for the effect, which says discard after failing a challenge to either charge our lanterns or get rid of an exhaustion. I will use it to charge the lantern. Now it's the end of the turn. I will discard the card that I used and fill up the challenges around the Wellmaster. We have drawn the dream fields. This says that if failed, attach this card to Vainglory, which means just stuck it under Vainglory's card. Some of the Wellmaster will have different effects based on the number of challenge cards that are tucked underneath it. And if we succeed, we will delve 5 cards. Also, when another blue challenge enters play, every seeker discards a card, so we will need to discard a card. I will use Cheat the System. This is a white card. It has 2 progress. Since it's white, it means that I can choose to attempt any challenge that I want. And I think I will go against the 3 fountains. And the text on the card says, before this action, you may move any amount of progress from any other cards to the challenge that you are attempting. I will move 1 progress from the orchestra to the fountain. We have 2 progress. We will need to roll the dice. The total amount of progress, it's 2 from the card, 1 from the green die, 1 for the light. And since we're playing as Asha, when attempting a challenge with at least 1 progress on it, you may add 1 additional progress to that card. As it is, in total, we have 2, 3, 4, 5 progress that we can add to the 3 fountain cards. Since we have failed the challenge, we also take 1 damage. We discard the card. There's nothing to refill, so we continue on with the next turn. For the next turn, I think I will be playing Sneaky Feet. This adds 2 progress to another card and says that if we fail the challenge, we ignore its penalty. I will be going against the orchestra. We roll dice, and since it's a blue challenge, we count the blue dice and the light side. So we have 2, 3, 4, and 1 from Asha, because we're attempting a challenge with a progress on it, which makes it a 5. Since we played this card, we do not incur the penalty since we failed the challenge. The end of the turn, there's nothing to reveal. For the next turn, I will attempt again the orchestra challenge card, but I will not be playing any skill cards. So I will just roll the dice. Since it's a blue card, we do the same, count the blue and the light, 3 in total, which is more than enough to complete the challenge. Completing the challenge allows us to delve 3 cards. At the end of the turn, we reveal to have 4 challenges. And we've drawn Masterpiece. This says that when rolling for this challenge, the light face of the die is worth +2 progress, and the darkness is worth -1. If we complete, we delve 3. If we fail, we take a damage. Well, since I will want to complete the Jewel Spires, I think I will be playing my lantern card for this turn. This adds 5 progress and says that after this action you may discard up to 2 other challenges. I will be going against the 3 fountains. And I will not boost it, so let's roll the dice. Since it's a green challenge, we count the green and the light. So we have 5, 6, 7. With another 6 on the card, it's enough to complete it. Since we have completed the challenge, we delve 3 cards. Now for the effect of the lantern, after this action you may discard up to 2 other challenges. So I will discard these 2 challenges. The lantern does not get discarded, but it gets flipped down, and then we refill. We have an event. This says that we can discard all challenges in play, including this one, to the bottom of the well deck. A deadly rose, which we have seen before, and another great stag. Well, this is a problem which I was not expecting. With the cards that we still have remaining, we can only attempt the green challenge card. But if we fail, we also take an additional damage because of the great stack. So we will take 2 damage each time we fail this card. I think even though I would have wanted to charge my lantern, I think the best decision is to interact with the grand ball, which says discard all challenges in play, including this one, to the bottom of the well deck. For the end of the turn, we refill the well. We have the maze. If completed, complete all other copies of the maze in play. If failed, discard 1 additional card for each other copy of the maze in play. If completed, we delve 2 cards down the well, and if we fail, we need to discard 2 cards. We have the 3 fountains again. We have a unicorn. This does not have a special ability, but if we complete the challenge, we heal 3, and if we fail, we take 1 damage. And also the dream fields, which I think we've seen it before. I will be playing sneak attack. This allows me to attempt any challenge because all the challenges are either green or blue. And I think I will be going against the unicorn for this turn. It provides 2 progress, so let's roll the die and count green, which is none, and the light for +1. So in total we did 3 progress to the challenge. Since we failed, we also take the penalty, which is 1 damage. For the end of the turn, I discarded the card. There's no challenges to refill, so we continue to the next turn. In the next turn, I think I will be using Precision Strike. This adds 3 progress. We will attempt again the unicorn. This says don't roll this turn. If you complete the challenge you're attempting with no excess progress, also delve 3. So we have 3 progress that we can add to the card. We need 7. But remember, Asha's ability says that we can add 1 additional progress if attempting another challenge with progress on it. So in total, we add 3 from the card, 1 from the special ability, which is 4, and we complete the unicorn challenge card. We didn't roll, and also we are completing the challenge with no excess progress. For the benefit of completing the unicorn, we get 3 health back, so we're back at 10. And also from the text of the card, we can delve 3 cards. At the end of the turn, I discarded a card, and then let's draw a new card, which is the filigree clock. This says that if completed, you may either charge your lantern or discard 1 exhaustion card. If we complete the challenge, we draw 3 cards. And if we fail, we delve upwards 1 card. So we put 1 card from the discarded challenges back to the well deck. So we have more cards that we need to delve through. The only card that I still have, it's this blinding flash. That says that if we fail a combat, we can ignore the penalty, but we do not have any combat cards. And we can also go only against the green card, so against the 3 fountains and the filigree clock. Okay, let's go against the 3 fountains. We have 2 progress from the card and 1 from the dice, which is 3 progress on the 3 fountains. And for the penalty, since we did not complete it, is suffer 1 damage. At the end of the turn, we discard the card that we played. There are no more cards to refill around the Wellmaster, and we complete the turn. On the next turn, we have no more cards in our hand, which means that we need to draw 8 cards and exhaust ourselves. When you draw a new card, you also exhaust yourself, which means you draw one of the exhaustion cards. This is always in effect, and it provides a way to hinder you or lose the game. In our case, this is the consumed. It says that if there are ever 3 copies of this card in play at once, you lose the game. For the moment, it doesn't do anything, but if we draw the remaining 2 consumed cards, we will lose the game instantaneously. For the next turn, I will play this card. This adds 3 progress to the challenge that we are attempting, and we can only attempt a green challenge card, so we'll attempt the 3 fountains. It also says that we can add +3 if attempting a challenge with at least 2 progress on it. Since this one has already 2, do 6 progress. Let's roll the dice. We have 1 green and 1 light for another 2, so 8 in total, which is more than enough to complete the 3 fountains card. The benefit is delving 3 cards. We also discard the card that we used, and at the end of the turn, refill. This card is the Cup of Fools. It says that when attempting this challenge, if you roll darkness, you fail automatically. If you fail, discard this challenge and reduce your health to 1. So we don't really want to attempt this card or attempt it with a similar card that we used before that allows us not to roll. So we can be sure that we won't fail the challenge by rolling a darkness symbol. I could complete the Cup of Fools with Defeat Trap, but we risk failing it. I don't think I want to do that. I think the best way to go about for now is to play Snake Eyes. It's a green card. I will go against the Filigree Clock. This says that before this action, add 2 progress to any challenge. Let's add 2 progress to the Dream Fields. We have 2. We roll the die. Since the green challenge, we count the green, which is none, and the light for +1. It's 3 in total. We have failed the challenge, which means we put one of the cards that we have already delved past back onto the deck. Discarded a card, and we go to the next turn. For the next card, I will be playing Oddraven Charm. This says that we could have discarded it any time when we suffer damage to prevent up to 2 damage, but none of them do damage to us. I will be going against the Dream Fields. This adds 3 progress, and just to be sure that I complete it, I will be using Outside the Box to boost it. This adds another 2 progress. In total, we have 3, 2 from the boost. We can add 1 more from Asha's abilities, and let's roll the die. We have 1 from the blue and 1 for light, which is more than enough to complete the challenge card. For completing it, we get to delve 5 cards. At the end of the turn, we discard a card and the boost, and draw another card. And we have drawn King's Ransom. It does not have any benefit for completing it. Also, if we fail, we lose 3 health, and it says that we must attempt this challenge. So we cannot attempt any other challenges this turn except the King's Ransom. As such, I will be playing Search for Traps. This is 2 progress. And also After this action, we get to add 1 progress to all traps, and I will be boosting it with defeat traps, which adds +1, but it adds +3 if we attempt a trap card. So we have 2 from the card, from the skill card that we play, +3 because it is a trap, so we're 5 against 7, and let's roll the die. We rolled 1 green and 1 light for a total of 7, which means that we completed this card. It has no benefit. At the end of the turn, discard the cards and then draw another card to replace it, which is the Watching Glass. It says that if we completed the challenge, we delve upwards 7 cards, so we put 7 cards back on the deck. And also all other challenges have +1 difficulty. For the next turn, I only have red cards remaining, which means I cannot use them in order to attempt any challenges. This has no penalty for losing. This one allows us to delve once, but it only has 3 progress. So I think I will just attempt the filigree clock without playing any cards. We just roll the dice. And we have 1 green, which is 1 progress, and from Asha another 2. We failed the challenge, which means we will put a card back on the well deck. And for the next turn, let's do it again. Only 1 with another 1 from Asha, which is 3. And we failed, and we put another card back. And once more. We have nothing, and we add 1, and we put another card. So let's do it again. Through with 1 from Asha, which is 3. And we failed. And once more. This is what we wanted at the end. We have completed the challenge, even with the +1 difficulty. This says that we draw 3 cards. We only have 1 card remaining. And at the end of the turn, we replace the cards. This is the prison mirror. Progress may not be put on this challenge. Instead, it must be completed all at once. And if we complete it, we draw 3 cards. Well, now we have a lot more options. I will be using Snake Eyes to go against the Watching Glass. So it's 2 progress, +1 from the light, which is 3. And the text of the card says, before this action, you may add 2 progress to any challenge. And I will add it to the prison mirror. Discard the card, and there's nothing to replace. Next, I will be playing Asha's Dagger. It says that after this action, unless your hand is empty, you may return this card to your hand, and we can only attempt red challenges. So I will be attempting the prison mirror in order to try to complete it. So it adds 2 progress, +1 from Asha, which is 3. With 2 on the card, it's 5, so we'll need 2 progress from the dice in order to complete it. And we have 4. We have completed the challenge. The dagger returns to our hand based on its text, and for completing the challenge, we get to draw 3 cards. At the end of the turn, since there are 3 cards around the Well Master, we draw another card, which is the Unicorn. Okay, so we need to somehow delve through this deck. Let's play outside the box. We can attempt a challenge with red or blue borders, so we'll be attempting the maze. This adds 2 progress, +2 if attempting a puzzle, so we have 4 progress. And let's roll the die. 5, 6. Since we fail, we also need to discard 2 cards. For the next turn, I think I will be attempting the maze again without playing any cards. And we have 2 successes, which means that we completed the challenge card. For our rewards, we delve 2 cards, and we also draw the next card, which is a noble. When another green challenge enters play, we delve upwards 1. I will play Unearthly Agility, and let's go against the noble. This is 3 progress, and let's roll the die. 4, 5 from the dice. The penalty is lose 2 health, so we're down to 7, and we discard the card. On to the next turn. Well, I will be playing this card. This has 3 progress and also 3 progress if attempting a challenge with at least 2 progress on it. We will be going against the noble again. And we roll the dice and another 2, so in total 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, which is enough to complete this challenge. And also, as a reward, we get to delve 4 cards. And at the end of the turn, we replace it and discard the card that we have played. This is the maze. We have seen it before. For the next card, I will be playing Defeat Trap. And I will be going against the unicorn. It has 2 progress, plus 1 from the dice, 3. We failed, so we lose a health, and then add 3 progress to the card. We discard the card, there's nothing to reveal. On the next turn, I will be playing Precision against the unicorn again. This adds 3 progress and says that we do not roll this turn. And if we complete the challenge without access, we delve 3 cards. So we have 3 progress on the unicorn. We add 3 more from the card and 1 because we're attempting a challenge with additional progress, with progress on it. In total for 4. Which means that we complete the challenge. As a bonus, we get 3 health, and we're back to 9. We discard the card, and we also delve 3 because we completed the challenge with no excess progress on it. At the end of the turn, we also replace the card, which is the Beloved Voice. If failed, remove 1 progress from each challenge in play, including this one. If we defeat it, we delve 3 cards, and if we fail, we delve upwards 1 card. And we are back in the same position that we were a few turns ago, where we cannot play any skill cards. Unfortunately, at this time, I think the best course of action is to discard these cards and voluntarily exhaust in order to draw another 8 cards, which is the entire deck. Since we exhausted, we draw a new exhaustion card, which is Vainglory's Web. This says refill the board with 1 fewer challenge cards. This does not affect the final gauntlet, which means that we will have only 3 cards at the end of the turn. I will be playing Scout the Area, which says before this action you may discard the challenge that you are not attempting. I will discard the Watching Glass. And I will attempt the Beloved Voice. It's 2 progress. And let's see what we get from the dice. We only get 1 since it's a blue card. In total for 3. The fail condition states that we delve upwards 1 card, and if failed, remove 1 progress from each challenge in play, including this one. So 2 remaining. We discard a card and we continue to the next turn. Normally we would refill, but Vainglory's Web prevents us because we need to have 1 fewer cards. Since we failed in the previous turn, I will also discard this survivor card in order to charge my lantern. For the next turn, I will be playing Outraven Charm. We go against the Beloved Voice again. So 3 progress, nothing from the dice, and 1 from Asha, which is 4. But we will also need to remove 1 progress for each challenge in play, including this one. And as a fail, we delve upwards once. There's nothing to refill because we only have 3 challenges due to Vainglory's Web. For the next turn, we will be playing Cheat the System. It's a white card, so we can go against any challenge. And we will be going against the maze. Before this action, you may move any amount of progress from any other cards to the challenge that we are attempting. So we will move this 5 here and then roll the die. It's 2 plus 1 from the blue die, which is enough to complete the maze. We discard our card. As a reward, we delve 2 cards. And at the end of the turn, we refill to 3. And we've got the Beast's Riddle. If we fail, we lose 10 life, so we instantly fail. And if we succeed the challenge, we get to delve 6 cards. For the next turn, I will be playing Sneaky Feet and going against the Beast's Riddle. This says that if we fail a challenge, we ignore its penalty. So we have 2 progress, and then we roll the die. 3 and 4 since it's a blue card. We ignore the fail effect and we discard the card that we have used. Yeah, for the next turn, I will be playing the Lantern. It has 5 progress, and after this action, you may discard up to 2 other challenges. And I'm intending to discard the 2 other challenges that we're not facing. It's 5 against 9. Let's roll the dice. 6, 7, 8 in total, and we have completed the Beast's Riddle. The reward is delving 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The effect of the Lantern says after this action you may discard up to 2 other challenges. I will discard the 2 challenges that we are not attempting. And at the end of the turn, we refill up to 3 because of Vainglory's Web. We have Hall of Memory. If completed, return the action you played this turn to your hand. It allows us to delve 4, and if you fail, we discard a card. A Jeweled Spire. If completed, we can delve 3 cards and charge our Lantern, and if we fail, we take a damage. And the Great Stag, which we have seen where we take more damage for the challenges that give us damage. I will be playing Mule Kick for 2 progress. It also adds 2 progress if we're attempting a challenge with no progress on it. And I will be attempting the Great Stag. Since it's a red card, we have rolled 2 red dice, and we have in total 6 progress, so we have completed the challenge. For completing the challenge, we get to delve 2 cards. At the end of the turn, since we are no longer able to add other challenges around Vainglory, we go automatically into the fight against the Well Master. We won't be needing the well cards since we cannot delve up or down during the fight. We turn Vainglory onto the other side, And we also place the gauntlet cards face up around Vainglory. For Vainglory, it needs 12 progress, and it says that if when completed there are any cards attached to Vainglory, discard one card of them, then reset this challenge. So it's a good thing that we didn't attach any cards to Vainglory. This is the Sea of Dream aspect of Vainglory. And when we attempt the challenge, if we roll a darkness die, we also take 1 damage. It also has the color black. For the moment, we cannot attempt to attack Vainglory with any cards we have, including white. The 4 gauntlet cards, 3 of them, the 3 up here, will make Vainglory weak to different attacks. Grace is a red combat card. If we fail, we lose 2 health. If we complete it, we just turn the card around, which will provide a vulnerability, so we can attack Vainglory with red cards. If you discard a challenge, suffer 1 damage. Beauty, it's similar but on the green color, and it says that if we discard the challenge, we suffer 2 damage. The spidery legs, it's another combat. It says that if failed, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you complete this or discard it, flip it over. And the last one says if you would place 5 or more progress on Vainglory, place it here instead. If you complete it or discard this challenge, flip it over. Well, we cannot attempt many cards. I will be playing Scorpion Strike. It says that after this action we get to draw 2 cards. Since it's a green card, we can only attempt Beauty. So let's roll the dice. And we only have 2 progress on it. The penalty is take 1 damage. We have completed the challenge, so let's draw 2 cards. And on to the next turn. Let's play Search for Traps against Beauty again. This adds 2 progress. And let's roll the die. We have light and 1 green for 2 other progress, so in total 4 plus 1 from Asha, 5. And we have failed again, so we are down to 7 health. Now we only have blue and red cards. I think I will be going against Beauty again without playing any cards, so I will only roll the dice. We have rolled 1 light, which is exactly what we need, because Asha adds another progress. It's 2. With the 7, it's enough to complete it. We don't suffer the penalty. As a reward, we turn the card the other side. Now Vainglory is vulnerable to green card, but we don't have any green cards in our hand. I will be using Scout the Area and going against Spidery Legs. I will fail it, but it says before this action you may discard the challenge that you are not attempting. I think I will discard the Handmaids. Since I discarded a card from Grace, we suffer 1 damage. It's a blue card. We have 2 progress, 2 from the blue dice and 1 from the light. So 2, 3, 4, 5 progress in total. If we failed, it says that we need to discard 1 card at random, which we only have 1 card. At the beginning of the next turn, since we have no cards, we need to exhaust ourselves and draw a new hand of 8 cards. And for the exhaustion card, we have another Vainglory's Web, but it doesn't matter since we don't have any challenge cards. If you look at the board, Vainglory is vulnerable to green cards as well as white cards for the moment. Let's try to defeat it. First, I will play Sneaky Feet. This says that if you fail a challenge, ignore its penalty. We will be going against Vainglory, and we will consider this card as a green card. So it adds 2 progress, 3 progress. Since this card ignores the penalty, we won't be taking any damage. We will also discard Survivor, which says discard after failing a challenge to either charge the lantern or lose an exhaustion card. So we will charge the lantern. And on to the next turn. I will be playing the lantern, which has 5 progress. Against Vainglory, again, we will consider it as green. We have 5, 6 from Asha, and we can also boost it with Unearthly Agility, which adds +1 or +3 if it's an obstacle, which it is. Let's roll the die. We have 1 light. In total we have 5, +3, 8, +1 more from Asha, which is 9, and +1 from light, which is 10, which is more than enough to defeat Vainglory. And that was it. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and see you in the next one.